Okay, Shalom Akim. Uh, just want to give all praises first and foremost to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Give double honors unto our elders, GMS, and the apostles. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, Salak of GMS. And, also honors to all the brothers out there, salutations and much love to the brothers pushing this word in sincerity and truth. And I'm just going to go through one scripture real quick. This is Proverbs 2 and 1. And it says, "My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding. If thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Most High and find the knowledge of Yahweh. For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He laid up sound wisdom for righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good part. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh froward things, who leave the paths of who leave the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words, which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of Yahweh. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life. That thou mayest walk in the that thou mayest walk in the way of good men, and keep the paths of righteous. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it." Okay, so it's gonna pretty much go through it one more time, Akim, because Proverbs, these sayings, man, they got a lot of weight on them. So 2 and 1 says, "My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and incline thine heart unto understanding," which is what we do. And we incline our ear unto wisdom, which the wisdom is the word, and applying thy heart to understanding, because scripture said, with all I get understanding. So we incline our hearts, apply thine heart to understanding, because we really sincerely want to understand these scriptures, so that we can really understand who we are, man. This is our culture, this is our heritage. Okay. 3. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and lifted up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, and that's what we do, brothers, for the most part, man, all over the world, man, really going into the scriptures, really going into prophecy, really going into current events, going into history, going into nutrition, going into like the way things work from the planets to the brain, everything, man. The apostles and elders, they touch on a little bit of everything, and that's really because the scriptures touch on everything. Okay, so that's how they are in the right spirit, man. 5. Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. Yeah, because when you start going into the scriptures and you start searching and you start praying and you start, really meditating on these things, you start to realize, like, man, the Most High is terrible. The Most High, he's a terrible power, but he's balanced and he's just. Then you find that knowledge, man. So everything becomes a lot more, transparent, for lack of a better word. 7. He laid up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Yep. We once you continuously, in the saints of the Israelites, the Most High is going to preserve our way, man, in that day. That's really upon us. It says to 9, then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. Yep. We start to understand righteousness and understand why we're being judged and understand why the Most High does what he does, And it says, when wisdom entered into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. Yeah, because the more you understand, and it's the more you'll be able to protect yourself when you go out in the world, man, and understand how to move, and 12, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things. And for the most part, that man is our number one enemy, Esau. And when you go out, like I said, when you go out into the world, man, you got to keep a mindset of these scriptures. Okay, and if you don't know, if you're in a situation where you don't know, man, then you lean on brothers. Okay, you call a brother, or you try to figure it out. How to the scripture said, do not without counsel. So this is to keep you away from of the way of the evil man. You don't want to go out there and get caught up. 13, who leave the path of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. Exactly, man. Who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked. Whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths, and they froward in their paths. Most of these people out here are completely wicked, okay, and they love being wicked. So you can't be worried about them, man. You gotta protect yourself, and that's why you gotta put on the armor of these scriptures, man, and protect yourself when you go out there. Gird your loins up. And it says 16, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words. And that strange woman is in these different philosophies, and all this, and bullshit that's out here, man. Flattered with her words, and in some ways too, it could be literal, man. Sometimes when you go out there too, and you got to remember, these women are wicked, so they can get men caught up. They can get you caught up, man, doing some shit that you're really not supposed to be doing, or going somewhere you're not supposed to be going, and then all of a sudden, man, you down shit's creek. Okay, 17, which forsaketh the guide of her youth and forgetteth the covenant of her power. Yeah, man, they don't reverence Yahweh Shai. Okay. And they damn sure don't follow any of his laws. Okay, they are fully set to do evil, man, in Babylon. Okay, 18, for her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life. Yeah, because most of these people, man, who go out into the world, man, they gone, man. There's nothing else to say. They're gone. Okay? That thou mayest walk in the way of good men and keep the paths of righteous. And that's where, you fall back on the scriptures. You watch Akim, how they operate while you amongst different men, via videos. Stay in that way of the good men, because we are those good men. We are the um, chosen few. And right now, like, we've been called, and through faith, we gotta believe that we will be chosen, man. Ain't nobody else out here doing it. 21. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressor shall be rooted out of it. Okay, and that's what's gonna happen, man. We're gonna be be restored into our homeland, and the wicked shall be, after serving slavery, of course, for 1,000 years, man. They're gonna be cut off from the earth completely. you know, and the transgressor shall be rooted out, man. There ain't gonna be no more wickedness out here, no more, I could go into all the different, travesties that we go through, and, all the shit that we deal with, from our jobs to our women to the, the ailments and, the different diseases, just, dealing with living amongst heathen, the food we eat, the air we breathe. There's a lot of different things out here that just is vexation of spirit. So all that's going to be rooted out, man, and we're going to be, living in 100% righteousness, okay? So with that, man, I would just like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Say, keep pushing to the elect few men out here and women, okay? And I just want to once again say, Tawada to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit on me and the Akim on here to push this word. Shalom.